Chris pays $30,000 cash for a car. Derek buys the exact same car with a loan. Chris's dad is proud of him. Derek's dad thinks he's an idiot. They both think they made the smarter choice. They're both wrong, because one of them is about to learn what his money could have been doing instead, and the other is about to learn what guaranteed really means. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact number, one single number that decides this, and it's probably not the one you think. Let's keep this fair. Chris and Derek both have $30,000 saved. Same income, same age, same city, same car, $30,000, same trim, same color. Chris hands over the full 30 grand. Done. He owns it. No payments, no interest, no bank. Derek puts $3,000 down and finances $27,000 at 7% for 5 years. His payment, $535 a month. Over the life of the loan, he'll pay $5,078 in interest. That's the price of borrowing. But here's the move that makes Derek's plan a plan, and not just a payment. The $27,000 he didn't give the dealer goes straight into a total market index fund. Day one, all of it. And Chris isn't naive either. He has no car payment, so every month he invests what Derek pays the bank, $535 every month into the same index fund. Same money in, same money out, same car in the driveway. The only difference is the order of operations. Watch what that does. For the first year, Derek feels like a genius. His $27,000 is in the market on day one, and the market's having a decent year. His statement says $29,000, then $30,000. He's making money while driving the car. He tells everyone. At the barbecue, Derek has a strategy. Chris has a receipt. Chris's brokerage account, meanwhile, says $535, then $1,000, then $1,600. It's fine. It's just not a story. And this is where most videos would stop. Rich guy uses leverage, cash guy falls behind, debt is a tool, roll credits. But here's where it gets interesting. Fast forward 5 years. The loan is paid off. Both men now own the car outright. Both have zero payments, and from this point on their lives are financially identical. Which means the race is already over. The gap between them was decided in these first 60 months. Everything after is just that gap, compounding. So what's the gap? If the market returned 10% a year, a good stretch, the long-run average for US stocks before inflation, Derek's lump sum grew to $44,400. Chris's monthly contributions grew to $41,400. Derek wins by $3,023. 5 years, $30,000 deployed, a loan, a strategy, a barbecue speech, and the gap is $3,000, not 30. 3. Now that gap is real, and it compounds. Leave both portfolios alone, and by year 20, it's $13,500. Money is money, but it is a much, much thinner win than the internet promised Derek, and it only took one assumption to produce it, that the market returns 10%. Change that assumption, and everything flips. Here's the cleanest piece of math in all of personal finance, and almost nobody says it out loud. If the market returns exactly what the loan charges, 7%, Chris and Derek tie, not roughly, exactly, to the penny. We ran it, $38,275.88. Both of them. That's not a coincidence. It's the same formula wearing two costumes. A loan is just compounding running against you. An investment is compounding running for you. Same engine, opposite directions. When the rates match, they cancel perfectly. Which means this entire debate, every argument at every barbecue, collapses to one number, the spread. Your expected investment return minus your loan rate. Spread positive, the loan wins by roughly that many percent a year on the borrowed money. Spread negative, cash wins. Spread zero, flip a coin, the math doesn't care. So when someone says never finance a car or always invest instead, they're not giving you math. They're giving you their guess about the spread dressed up as a rule. Look at the grid. Loan at 4%, market at 10. Derek wins by almost 6,000. Loan at 10%, bad credit territory. Derek loses at any realistic market return. Same decision, same car, opposite answers. The spread is the whole game. But there's a problem with everything I just told you, and it's the part the debt is a tool crowd goes quiet on. The loan rate is guaranteed. The market return is not. Derek's 7% cost is a certainty. It happens in every universe. His 10% return is an average that includes 2008 and 2022, and every year the market face planted. So let's run the ugly universe. Same setup. But this time, the market drops 30% in year one, like 2008, like it has before and will again. 12 months in, Derek's $27,000 is worth $18,900. He's down $8,100, and he still owes the bank $22,326. Sit with that. Add it up. Portfolio, 18.9. Debt, 22.3. Derek's clever maneuver is now worth negative $3,400. He is underwater on a strategy. He's making payments on money that partially no longer exists. And Chris is fine. Chris owns his car. Chris is buying index fund shares every month at crash prices, $535 a month, purchasing the dip automatically. No drama. By the end of the crash year, he's put in $6,400 and it's worth $5,500. Down, sure, but he sleeps like a man with no payments. Run that whole scenario to year 5, and Chris doesn't just close the gap. He wins by $11,500. Same people, same car, same discipline. The only thing that changed was when the bad year showed up. That's called sequence risk, and it's the tax the lump sum strategy pays that never appears in the brochure. Paying cash isn't wasting your money's potential. Paying cash is buying a guaranteed 7% return, because every dollar of interest you don't pay is a dollar earned with zero risk, tax-free. There is no index fund that offers that deal. Now, if I only showed you the crash scenario, I'd be doing exactly what every finance channel does, picking the universe that proves my point. So here's the honest other side. 1. 0% financing exists. If the dealer offers 0 APR and, this matters, the same price as the cash deal, take the loan every single time. The spread is your entire expected return. Free leverage. Just check they didn't quietly remove a rebate you'd get for cash. 0% often costs $2,000 hidden in the price. Run both out the door numbers. 2. If your loan rate is low and your horizon is long, the averages genuinely do favor investing. A 4% loan against a diversified portfolio held for decades is a bet that's paid off in most historical windows. Not all. Most. 3. And this is the one that decides it for real humans, not spreadsheet humans. The loan strategy only works if you actually invest a lump sum and never touch it. Day one. All of it. Through the crash. No skimming it for a vacation. Be honest about whether that's you, because the data on this is grim. The invest the difference money usually just gets spent. A guaranteed 7% you'll actually capture beats a theoretical 10% you won't. Chris and Derek both walked into that dealership with a rule. Chris's rule, debt is bad. Derek's rule, debt is a tool. Neither of them ran the numbers, because rules feel like answers. But the real answer was never cash or loan. It was, what's the spread? Is it guaranteed? And will you actually execute? 3 questions. 5 minutes with a calculator. A decision worth thousands either way. Decided for most people by a feeling their dad gave them. The real trap isn't the loan. The real trap isn't paying cash. The real trap is inheriting a rule instead of running your numbers. And if you're now wondering about the big version of this exact question, whether to pay off your mortgage early or invest the difference, where the same spread math moves not thousands, but hundreds of thousands of dollars, that's a completely different conversation. The tie point moves, the taxes change everything, and the answer made me rethink my own plan. That's the next episode. Until then, run the numbers, all of them. If this changed how you'd make the call, or you still think Chris or Derek is an idiot, tell me which one and why in the comments. I read all of them. Subscribe if you want the mortgage math when it drops. Nothing in this video is financial advice. It's education and entertainment. Your rates, your taxes, and your situation are yours. Run your own numbers or talk to a licensed advisor.